Welcome guys to the Okefenokee Swamp Park. Here we are. The So we are here guys na sa loob. Meron na kaming ticket. Yan. Naghanap lang kami ng park kami sa loob. Andun yung ibang tao, nagra-rides na sila ng boat. Ayun magaganyan din kami. Maya maya. So let's go guys. Ayun na guys, yung iba nag-ano na sila. Nagra-rides din sila ng parang andun yung iba tubig, naka-rides din. Punta na kaming entrance. Ay, tapos na pala kami sa entrance. Sa gate. Nag-ano kami ng ticket, nag-buy. So ito yung restaurant Petatoy. It says Okefenokee Swamp Park, Waycross, Georgia. So, of course, ito siya. Yung silong ng ano na to, building na to. Yun ang ganda. Let's go inside. There you go. Hi.
It's coming there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Gator. Totoo ba to? Ang laki nitong buhaya na to. Buto naman siya, buto. Yan, dami mga teddy bear. Mga stuffed toys. May beer doon. Sorry. Fish. Meron fish, guys, fish. Ngayon pa, bulaga. Turtle. Panda beer. So hindi pala yun guys, restaurant, kaya restaurant. Office pala yun.
What time is it?
I don't know, I think almost 12.
Okay, we got to be on this at 12.
Which
See, boat. Where's the boat? Yeah, the boat first. Say. Right. Yeah, that's about.
That right there?
Yeah, it's 12 o'clock. Okay, that's where we're going. Let's see. We need to go up this.
In this, these stairs. So, sasakay kami dun guys. Meron dito mga buwaya. Oops, there you go, there is a fish. Tapos ito pa sasakyan namin maya. I wonder if they allow people to do fishing here. I don't think so. Hang on. So here we are. Magbo-boat kami. Sasakay na kami ng boat na to. Ito siya. So 5 minutes pa guys. Pampang sa baba. So ayun na nga guys. Magra-rides na kami. Good. I'll be right here. Mag-rides na kami guys. Eat. Pero carry lang. Say hi.
Hello.
Ay, guys, wala ka na lang. Yan na. Ay, wala ka mo.
Folks will see a lot of water movement from the sides as we come along. With the water being a little bit low like it is and the boat is coming through here, that creates this movement of the water. This is not the actual water. Look, laying right in there is one, but I'm going to show you one that's a little easier to see. Right back here on this limb laying down.
Ayun nga guys, may
See him laying right on
ahas.
the limb back here.
Ayun, there's a snake right there. Oh.
This one
Ayun.
here would be easier to see.
Bumalik kami na matras yung boat.
Almost looks like cottonmouth, but they're called a bandit. Some people call them brown water snakes.
Ayun
Now, I've
guys,
not had a
ayun
snake
oh,
fall in
ahas
the
sa
boat all day.
kahoy.
If one falls in before we get back, please do me a favor.
Take it out.
Pass it around to the
Oo.
snake so you
May
can get a
ahas
good
nga
look at
ayun
it.
go.
Yeah, okay?
There's a lot of bushes, sticks and everything.
5 wives make
You
good
can see
gator
the-
bait.
You can see the
I'm
bands
having
on
trouble
them.
getting number 6 insured for
Oh,
some
yun,
reason, but she
yun,
swears
just,
I'm after her with my
there
2
you
pet
go.
rattlesnakes to this day. There's another one laying right in the bank in here. This one blends in a little bit more.
Ayun
Right
pa
over
guys
there.
oh.
Same kind as that one back there.
Ayun pa oh. Yan, yan. Para siyang ugat ng kahoy, pero ahas siya guys.
Those are the kind that make you hurt
Oh, yeah.
yourself more getting away from it than that.
Ano yan, venomous daw yan.
Trail will be coming up on the
Hi,
left here,
fish,
travel
fish.
through the swamp, down the Swanee River to the town of Fargo. Would be about a 50-mile boat ride. The old days been like the sign says, if you know how. Today the trails are well marked, so there's no way to get lost. This is also the way to the Gulf of Mexico. You're making that trip back in 1967. I would like to do it maybe one more time before I get too old. Folks, give me a minute to get the boat secured up here. If y'all will look up around the curve up here while I'm docking the boat, you'll find a sign that's going to be turned upside down, backwards for the one reason. You folks will look below in the water there, you'll be able to read the reflection.
Mirror Lake.
Now the reason the water's so dark looking is due to the tannic acid. Tannic acid is given off by your cypress trees in cave vegetation. Tannic acid is one of the acids they used for tanning hides years ago. Please gather up here. Let me go ahead because I got a few things I'd like to share as we go. Sir, would you do me a favor up front? You see that other rope up there? Furniture, wood shingles. I've seen some of these trees 10, 12
Ang
feet in
ganda ng
diameter,
trees, guys.
pushing 100 feet high. They have a several
100
hundred-year
feet high
lifespan.
daw.
A lot of folks ask me how you can tell the age of a cypress tree. It's just about like any other tree. When you cut it down, every ring is equal to 1 year. But we have a little pole lock rule of thumb around here. Bless you. Walk up to the tree at shoulder height, measure around it, just say 10 inches. I was hoping he would stay there because he had made a pretty picture over there by that tree. It's a white heron. Some people call them palm scoggins, egrets. Folks,
Ganda
welcome
dito,
to
guys.
Skull Lake. This was a ceremonial ground for the Seminole Indians a long time ago. Some of you folks are familiar with the Seminole Indians because of the Trail of Tears in your history books. Seminole Indians would come out here 2 times a year, once in the spring, once in the fall. They would bring an animal sacrifice. It might be a deer, bear, wild hog. They would kill the animal, take the blood of the animal, place it in the water. They would in turn take a bath in the water, believing it had healing powers, keep evil spirits away from them for a period of time. Then to hang the animal skull up on a tree, a bush surrounding a lake like you see these. Simple terms, they were very superstitious. They left you a little message there. It says, we were once alive like you are now, but we complained and hollered anyhow. So love each day, don't pass it by. Sooner or later you will die. The older you get, that saying hits home sometimes. Can anybody tell me what the word Okefenokee means? Over here, you'll see some of the grass and moss starting to grow over here. That's a small beginning. How the trembling earth first starts out. All the leaves, twigs, grass, lily pads, flowers, when they die, will sink to the bottom of the water. Before you know it, bushes 6, 8 feet high growing out of it, trees 15, 20 feet high growing out of it. You swear it was solid ground. You get out and walk on it. Any of y'all ever walked on the trampoline by yourself?
Guys, para yung dahon na yan, oh. Para
Very
siyang
close to that, or about jello.
kakaiba siya, oh.
Until you fall through it. Then the fun's on. There y'all efficiency. Say this is the edge of the Some of the other wildlife you find in here is American black bear, white-tailed deer, raccoons, possums, otters, bobcat, beaver, red gray fox, black and brown panther, coyotes, wild hogs. Oh, by the way, they found their first pair of pythons here last year. And were able to kill one and capture the other. Some of you folks may have seen on Swamp People and TV how the pythons respecting the ecology of the Everglades down there. We've got a couple things going for us here. Pythons can't take cold weather, even though our winters are not harsh cold. They do it somewhat of a deterrent. Plus, we have a very strong alligator population. The main thing they need to do is catch these folks that's doing this stuff.
So, ito na guys. Labas na kami. Tapos na kami mag-tour. There you go.
Folks, every now and then we'll have a couple alligators chase one another through the parking lot out here. When this happens, we'll find people on top of their cars and some of the trees out here. This is when I would love to have a movie camera, because I believe I might win the $100,000 on Home Funniest Video. You folks will see some larger water lilies up to the next 100 yards or so here. Oh, ladies, I have the latest hat fashion here in the swamp for you girls. Folks, y'all see the big green leaves coming up on the left side of the boat here, on the longer stem. These are called bonnets. Now you can take one of the nicer leaves on a good hot day, ladies, put it on top of your head, look over here in the reflection in the water, position it just like you want it. Gentlemen,
Wow.
you're going to love this for several reasons.
Turtle.
You just got your honey
Big
hat.
turtle, look.
It cost you 1 red cent. There's a worm that gets down inside the stem of this plant called a bonnet worm.
That's
Looks
what
very
we see
similar
one
to
time.
photographer worm or baby caterpillar. Best live fish bait you'll find here in the swamp. Well, after we catch a mess of fish, we need something to go along to make it a full meal deal. The bank limbs is way up. This is called the ball cypress. They do not get very much larger than this. That wood was used for small furniture, shovel handles, hoe handles, walking canes, things of that sort. Folks, this is Pioneer Island coming up on the left here. When folks visit the island, they get a good idea how the early swamper and their family really used to live. They had none of the modern day conveniences like indoor plumbing, running water, electricity. Folks, how could you tell if you were high society here in the swamp or not? By the outhouse, if it had a one-holer or a two-holer. Now, there was no gander or no goose. Look at the side of the water lilies when I hit it here. here, they lay so still, people don't think they're real. I've seen people try to go sit on the back of the gator to get their picture taken. They're out in front of them, try to hold a conversation with them. Pick up their tail to see if they're male or female. They don't realize, folks, this ain't Disneyland. These are the real thing. Folks, every year, starting right after Thanksgiving, at the end of the year, we have our Christmas lights out here at night. Christmas train rides, boat rides. If you come during that period of time,